Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and R.A. Dudrak, the Window King, present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. A special good morning to our Mohawk Valley neighbors in Schenectady, new viewers watching online.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. The crew this week went to the youngest village in Madison County, Munnsville, where they had some fun with gravity.
Gonna have me a harp of gold that's just like David's when I get over on the other side. Gonna sing and play with a band of a million angels. When I get home I'm gonna be satisfied.
Today, starting at noon, is the Remsen Art Show and Sale, featuring 2- and 3-dimensional works and photography, including work by Polly Blunk, Tom Iacovella, Peter Rashford, and more. Part of Remsen's Family Weekend, today in Remsen. Special thanks to our presenting sponsor, R.A. Dudrak, for making the show possible. This week, we head over the hills southwest of Clinton to Stockbridge and the village of Munnsville. It's a gorgeous drive through farm country with sweeping views in all directions. We pass through the charming hamlet of Knoxboro and continue along Knoxboro Road to the appropriately named Hill Road. And then the fun begins. This winding road down into the valley has hairpin turns, and the signs that read 10 miles per hour are no joke. What better place to celebrate the force of gravity? Munnsville is home to the Madison County Gravity Fest. The event was started by local street luger Beagle Jarvis in 2002. The Keene brothers, Alex and Bradley, have been watching the races since they were kids. These amateur street lugers give us a sneak preview of the event to come next weekend, when racers from around the world descend on Munnsville.
Well, street luge is like glorified skateboards is the only way I can describe them. And they ride them down very steep, windy hills. Munnsville's a great place because we have a great road and we have spectators, which the riders love because usually they're out in the middle of nowhere racing with no one watching. And every year it's grown a little bit, but the nice part about it is the same racers come back year after year. It's almost like a little family reunion because you look forward to seeing some of the same faces. Well, we have an American rider who's competing in Amsterdam flying in for the race next weekend. We've had them come from England, Australia, all over the United States, Canada. The nice part is our American Legion provides them a place to sleep because a lot of these guys are doing it dollar to dollar. They just do it because they love the sport so much.
The Madison County Gravity Fest is back. Don't miss the fun and excitement when hundreds of racers from around the world compete in Munnsville August 9th through 11th. Watch them practice each day starting at 8 a.m. with qualifying races Saturday at 10 a.m. Official races start at 12:45 both Saturday and Sunday. Stay tuned for more from Munnsville after the break.
It's the feeling I get when I look around. It lets me know I'm home. I'm making this.
Watch Mohawk Valley Living Sundays on Fox 33 and WUTR. And coming soon, a new magazine featuring show summaries, maps, guides, and more. Watch the show every Sunday and pick up the free Mohawk Valley Living magazine coming this fall.
I wanna live. Yes, I'm making this valley my home.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out this sweet 2010 Buick LaCrosse with less than 40,000 miles. Was $22,995, now $19,995. Mohawk Valley Living fans save another grand, now $18,995 at Skinner and Demoulas.
Everyone knows the Window King for windows because he's been selling good windows cheap for years. But R.A. Dudrak is much more than windows. He's windows and doors, kitchens and floors. So, whether you're looking for energy-efficient windows to save money this winter, or a new kitchen to brighten up those long winter months, the Window King has it all. Visit their showroom in beautiful Holland Patent and see for yourself why R.A. Dudrak is the Window King.
Stroll, shop, and rock in the village of Clinton. 34 local artists have transformed handcrafted rockers into original, functional works of art. Be sure to bid on your favorite during Art Rocks in Clinton, presented by Staffworks. Melrose Supermarket is your family hometown market, known for their choice hand-cut meats, homemade breads, and fresh pastas and salads. Check out the weekly specials at Melrose Supermarket, East Main Street in Frankfort. This Saturday, Fenimore Art Museum presents Art by the Lake, featuring plein air painting, children's art activities, live jazz, great food and beverages, overlooking sparkling Otsego Lake. This Saturday, August 10th from 10 to 4 at the Fenimore Art Museum in Cooperstown. Summer fashion at a fraction during the summer clearance. Save up to 40% on colorful, fun-to-wear summer clothing. On sale now at the Village Crossing in Clinton. Experience life in the 1800s at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. Tour historic village and peek inside to see tradespeople at work. Visit the Lippett Farmstead, a living example of a mid-19th century farm. And take a ride on the magical Empire State Carousel. Step back in time August 3rd and 4th with blacksmithing. Families can take a class and build a toolbox with forged nails. See a horse get new shoes and see blacksmithing demonstrations at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. The blues are in at North Star Orchards, and it's a banner blueberry year. U-Pick is now open, so come enjoy harvesting your own. Or pick up fresh-picked blueberries and North Star's famous frosted blueberry cookies at North Star Orchards, Route 233, Westmoreland.
Let's run away from life, living the paradise, spending time with you. Let's run away from life, head to paradise, spending time with you.
Today, starting at 9 a.m., is the 30th annual Rockin' in the Park Car Show in Lee Center, sponsored by the Tappet Twirlers, featuring food, games, and prizes. Cruise into the Lee Town Park on Upper Turin Road for the 30th annual car show today from 9 to 3.
Let's run away from life, live in paradise.
Special thanks to Skinner and Demoulas for keeping Mohawk Valley living on the road. Stop in and say hi to the guys at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs.
Time with you.
The village of Munnsville is the youngest in Madison County, being incorporated less than 100 years ago in 1915. Although there are less than 500 residents in the village today, they still have their own post office. The Village Museum is housed in the former post office built in 1886 by George R. Fryer, the community's first postmaster. We are welcomed to the Fryer Memorial Museum by town historian David Sadler, who tells us that Fryer's son was also postmaster. The museum houses local artifacts, including tools from the Munnsville Plow Company. David gives us a personal walking tour of the village, named for its first merchant who set up shop here in 1817.
Yep, Asa Munn founded the village of Munnsville. He had a little store on the northwest corner of what is now Route 46 and Peterborough Road. And it was a little, a few factories and mostly farms in the area. Copeland House, it's called the Copeland House. It's up on the left-hand side here, about 8 houses north of the store. And that was originally, after it was built, it was an integrated school in the 1850s prior to the Civil War.
So that's kind of unusual.
That's unusual for this area, yes. Especially something prior to the Civil War.
Did you know that award-winning poet Hayden Carruth called Munnsville home? This critically acclaimed poet wrote more than 30 books of poetry and was a faculty member of Syracuse University's creative writing program. He settled in Munnsville, where he spent his retirement until he died in 2008 at age 87.
Traveling round the Mohawk Valley.
When you visit Munnsville during Gravity Fest or any other occasion, visit Between Us Sisters, a primitive shop brimming with new and old purposeful clutter and handmaids. You'll find handmade dolls, birdhouses, cabinets, candles, and seasonal wares. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5 in downtown Munnsville.
Way down south you can go.
There has been a store on the same corner in Munnsville since 1817, when Asa Munn set up shop here. Today, the Stockbridge Valley Foods convenience store and diner is the local gathering place, bustling with activity. You don't ever have to leave town because they have it all here, from a small deli with fresh-cut meats and steaks to a dining area. Owner Tom Richmond has been welcoming his neighbors and area travelers for over 27 years, serving up their famous subs, wings, pizzas, and daily specials. Stop by Stockbridge Valley Foods, open 7 days a week till 9 p.m. Sunday is all-you-can-eat pancakes for $3.99, or enjoy an eggs, potato, and toast breakfast for $3.99. Located at the Four Corners in downtown Munnsville.
Need any money from me? Baby, can't you see no matter where you go, you never find another friend like me. Anytime you are alone and blue, please hurry home, won't you? I'll be waiting for you.
We head south of the village and stop for some soft serve at Hunter's Hut. We take our treat on the road to explore the surrounding countryside.
Said if you love me, baby, like I love you, put your arms around me, won't you?
Stockbridge Falls Road takes us over the postcard-perfect Stockbridge Falls. This spectacular waterfalls seems like it was almost laid out by design to impress passers-by.
You can go way up north, you can go way down south, you can go.
We head back to Route 46 to visit Foothill Farms Hops and Brew Shop. The farm is located along what was once the route of the O&W Railroad. Hops was a thriving industry in the area in the 1800s, with millions of pounds of hops shipped out by train. In 2001, local Fix-It man Larry Fisher decided to try to bring the crop back to his community, 100 years after the industry collapsed under an annihilating blight and then Prohibition.
Yeah, early 1900s, or just before, a few years before Prohibition, there was a mold that came through that devastated a lot of the crops, and some of the farmers moved to Michigan or Wisconsin then, and then the final nail was when Prohibition came. It pretty much shut everything down. When we started, there was only 2 of us in 2001. Now in New York alone, there's a little over 100 growers with approximately 150 acres of hops. I have 5.5 acres under cultivation, another 1.5 acres being built. I enjoy it very much. It's a stress relief for me from my daytime job, and the brewers at the present time that are using it are Good Nature Brewing in Hamilton and Empire Brewing in Syracuse.
Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home.
Munnsville's Gravity Fest celebrates what goes down, but Munnsville is also home to what goes up. Airborne Adventures is the high-flying passion of licensed commercial balloon pilot Dwight Kramer. He enjoys introducing passengers to the thrilling world of balloon flight. Launching from a field in Munnsville, Dwight enjoys sharing the experience of sweeping views of the beautiful Stockbridge Valley.
It started with a hot air balloon, or an opportunity to take a hot air balloon ride on a very early morning back in 1992. And it was at a local balloon festival out in Munnsville. And from that very first flight, I knew I was hooked. It was something I've always enjoyed, being in the highest place I could possibly be. So anything for a view. And when I got up there in the balloon, I realized how quiet it was. You could take in all the sounds, and just you had lots of time to look at the scenery, and it was really cool. I said, I gotta learn how to do this. It's just an unusual experience. It's not every day that you can float over the countryside. You can be a mile high and you can still hear the roosters crowing in the morning and the dogs barking, and you can be talking to people as you're floating over. You can be seeing, just floating over the corn tassels, touching the tassels, and then going up, sometimes a night like tonight, we might be able to go actually above the clouds and it's just a really unusual experience. You're actually in essentially an open cockpit, so it's not like a plane where you've got all that noise and you're inside of a glass bubble. You're out in the atmosphere, so you really get to experience it 100%. Munnsville is really it's a great place to fly a balloon. Number one, we can fly from this site for over an hour in any direction. We have lots of landing sites. We also have these deep valleys which add interest in the morning. We have the drainage wind which comes down and gives us a flow to the north in the morning. So even if the wind is extremely calm, in the valley we still have a breeze that gives us some distance so we can get down the valley. We'll rise back up, and if we go up over these hills, it's a 1,000-foot climb. There's a lot of, I guess you could call it kind of a dynamic topography around here. We've got the hills and the valleys, and that really makes it fun to fly a balloon. There's winds going in all different directions at different altitudes, so we can kind of chart our course to where we want to go.
If you would like to fly up, up and away in a beautiful balloon, contact Airborne Adventures. Call 761-8201 or visit flyairborne.com. Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out this sweet 2010 Buick LaCrosse with less than 40,000 miles. Was $22,995, now $19,995. Mohawk Valley Living fans save another grand, now $18,995 at Skinner and Demoulas. Mark your calendars for the 8th Annual Clinton Art and Music Festival, Saturday, August 24th, featuring all forms of art and all kinds of music. Also, children's activities, food, and fun at the 8th Annual Clinton Art and Music Festival, Saturday, August 24th. Watch regional artists capture the beauty of Old Forge Labor Day weekend during the Plein Air Paintout presented by View. Attend the Preview Cocktail Party Saturday night and the Art Auction Sunday, September 1st at 4. The Old Forge Plein Air Paintout Labor Day weekend. For the most unique shopping experience, visit the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Over 40 local vendors, all under one roof. Shop local at the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Always worth the drive at Canal Place in Little Falls. Brenda's Natural Foods is the natural choice for healthy local products, gluten-free and gourmet foods, personal care and natural cleaning products. Brenda's Natural Foods, West Dominic Street in Rome. Shop Shelter for handmade Adirondack furniture designed by craftsman Jim Kiefer. He works with you to create custom pieces to your specifications, from dining room and coffee tables to bookcases, beds, and bunks. Call or visit Shelter on Main Street in Old Forge. Why do contractors and do-it-yourselfers shop Lincoln Davies? It's the superior grade lumber, the value for the money, the 140 years and 6 generations of customer service. Since 1872, Lincoln Davies has delivered superior lumber, value, and service, and they're not about to change things now. Celebrating 140 years at the same location, just 10 minutes south of New Hartford on Summit Road between routes 12 and 8. Lincoln Davies, building them like they used to. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com. Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377.
Well, good times may come and good times go, but one thing stays the same. It's the feeling I get when I look around. It lets me know I'm home. I'm making this valley my home. I'm so proud to call it my home. Oh, it's not what you take or give, and it's here I want to live. Yes, I'm making this valley my home.
Top off our delicious homemade desserts at the Boonville Hotel with ice cream made right across Route 12 at Mercer's Dairy. Mercer's has been producing premium ice cream right here in Boonville for over 50 years. They produce over 30 flavors of traditional ice cream, along with 4 organic flavors. Mercer's recently introduced a new wine ice cream, pairing their premium ice cream with a variety of wines.
So proud to call it my home. You know it's not
I have been enjoying Mercer's ice cream since I was a kid, but today was the first time in my life that I came here for ice cream and I had to be proofed.
Well, actually, Mercer's roots trace back to the mid-1930s when it was just a local guy who was delivering milk to a lot of the farmers and to the townspeople here. It evolved into the 40s when the Mercer family bought Mercer's Dairy, the milk roots, and the milk processing plant that existed at that time. After that, in 1951, they decided it was time to start making ice cream. So they started making ice cream, and Mercer's has a long, storied history. We continue to use the formulas that they use. We continue to create a premium product and try to stay true to the old, I guess what you might call a tried and true approach. Well, yeah, obviously they started off with really basic flavors like chocolate and vanilla. They developed a lot of formulas for different flavors as they went along. When the current owners started running this plant in 2001, we actually had 32 flavors that we make all the time of traditional flavors. As we go forward, we're constantly coming up with new flavors. Each year we try to introduce something new. So we this year introduced a blueberry cheesecake, which has been really good, and believe it or not, a peanut butter and jelly ice cream. Tastes just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Well, actually the wine ice cream, we introduced that in 2007, and that was a process of about 2 years to develop that. And the concept came from doing food and wine shows with the New York Wine and Grape Foundation. And at the end of the shows, when we had ice cream left over and they had wine left over, one of our partners, Roxana Herbert, would entertain the other guys by giving them the ice cream and letting them pour wine over it. Roxana then developed the idea that we should build an ice cream around this concept, and so it became really a labor of love to work with the Wine and Grape Foundation to put the flavors together so that they were really matched, and as we call it, ultimate pairings of a great ice cream with a great wine. And we make basically a New York product. It's a fun business. I became involved as an investment, but it's so much fun. Who wouldn't want to be in the ice cream business? You get to see people smile all the time.
I sampled some of their wine ice cream. What a great pairing. As a matter of fact, a few years ago in 2007 at the world's Great American Dessert Expo, it won the new product of the year. And I can see why.
Travis, boy, do you remember?
In 1866, James B. Turnbull walked to farms and villages to visit his customers, earning their trust. Today, the 4th generation of Turnbulls continue that dedication, tailoring a life insurance plan to suit your unique needs and priorities. Turn to the company that is out there to earn your trust. Turn to Turnbull. You keep saying you're going to do something about your back and joint pain. Call Dr. Michael Tucherone, one of the area's only K-laser therapy chiropractors, the most advanced, non-invasive treatment of acute and chronic pain. Call 853-6225 and embark on your wellness journey today.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley Living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
That special art, photograph, or memorabilia deserves a special frame. Oscars creates one-of-a-kind gold and silver leaf mirrors and frames. Oscars Picture Framing, 12 Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Have a tropical adventure and walk among hundreds of free-flying butterflies, tropical birds, plants, lizards, and frogs at the Pop Butterfly Conservatory. It's an unforgettable experience for all ages. Open 7 days a week on Route 7 in Oneonta. When you shop Meelan's Market, you'll be the grill master. That's because every hot dog, beef patty, and sausage is made by Bob Meelan himself. Find everything for your next cookout, from store-made meats to fresh salads and tabbouleh, at Meelan's Market at the Four Corners in Clark Mills. This Saturday, Fenimore Art Museum presents Art by the Lake, featuring plein air painting, children's art activities, live jazz, great food and beverages, overlooking sparkling Otsego Lake. This Saturday, August 10th from 10 to 4 at the Fenimore Art Museum in Cooperstown. Experience old-fashioned home cooking at the Cayuta Drive-In. Enjoy fish fries, homemade soups and salads, and prime rib dinners every Saturday night. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and ice cream. The Cayuta Drive-In in Remsen, an Adirondack tradition since 1963. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products. At Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally.
I can't stand it when you're not around. I don't know quite what to do with myself.
August is here, and now we're harvesting tomatoes, and that's a big time of year for those that can, those that just like them fresh, good tomato sandwiches right out of the garden for the salad or whatever. But those of you that have harvested your garlic and some of the early crops of beans and spinach and all those things, there's still time to get a little more action out of your garden. You can go ahead and plant beans yet. You can put some of the later lettuces that would be good. And those of you that want to get a jump start for next year, a cover crop, or green manure as a lot of the farmers call it, and they'll put a cover crop of either rye or wheat or oats or something, and just let it get tall enough to good green thatch, and then they go ahead and plow it up in the fall, and it helps rejuvenate the soil. For a late season planting, obviously we want to look at the end window, when we're going to have a frost. Typically that's about the end of September. So if you look at the maturity date on a seed packet, it may be 45 days for like pickles. You could get a last batch of pickles in, or cucumbers. We're even planting some zucchini. It's a gamble. It's always a gamble at the end of the season, but you still have some time for some of the things, and also some of the things that can take a little frost. You know, some of the things like carrots, beets, radishes, some of the lettuces can take a light frost. So there's still plenty of time to look that way.
We hope that you enjoyed today's show. Next week we're going on another adventure. We hope that you will join us, and that between now and then you will enjoy Mohawk Valley living.
Got a head like a